Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Real Reds Talk, an authentic football fan channel made in Manchester. Today, we are going to be taking a look, because we're bored with transfers in a minute. We can't be asked talking about the same stories. There is a little bit of transfer news, so it's still there a little bit. But we are going to talk about pre-season for the majority of it, as we do kick off against Leeds on Saturday. We've got the stuff surrounding Mbeumo deal, Ratcliffe and Ineos, trying to posture and a load of stuff ongoing with that situation. And also what's coming out today as well is about Jadon Sancho. Inter Milan, if they can't get Ademola Lookman, they could pivot to him as an option. And also he's got options in Turkey. But, yeah, again, with Jadon Sancho, the salary conversation on goes, severance packages, all that kind of stuff that's been associated with him for the past couple of months. That is just the stumbling block, unfortunately. So, yeah, look, Sam, we know Leeds in Stockholm on the 19th, 2 o'clock kickoff. Now, if you look at Leeds, 100 points in the Championship last season. They've got a striker called Joel Pereira, 19 goals, very good player. And they've also got Mr. Dan James, who I believe in United's history is the only player they've ever made profit on. But nonetheless, he was okay whilst he was at the club. But not a bad way to start pre-season, right? Given the history between both clubs as well.
I want to say not in history, because obviously we made profit on players before.
Yeah, it was more tongue-in-cheek, to be honest with you.
I think post-Fergie is the only one. I don't think we made anyone post-Fergie, but yeah. We seem to always beat Leeds. We just seem to have their number. And obviously they were a massive rival of us, but it was a bit before. It's definitely before your time and a little bit before my time.
Yes. Yep.
Because since we sort of come up, they've been in the Championship or League One, and it's just not been a thing, really. But I know when Jay Marty's been on the show, he hates Leeds, like proper fucking hates Leeds.
Yeah.
So they are always up for like sort of battering Leeds. But yeah, they've got a decent striker. Who's the manager now? Who's the manager?
It's Falk. You know the one who did for Norwich. Is it Falk? I can't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Falk or something like that.
I know
German
the guy. Yeah. I seen him coming up and going right back down.
Probably.
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I see all three of them who are coming up. I see them all going straight back down. Maybe Sunderland stay up with the amount of purchases and the amount of players that they've been going to get. What have they signed, like 6-7 players or something at this point?
Yeah, doing all right. Yeah.
Which is insane. And they're going for Granit Xhaka as well, I've just seen. So, yeah, they're definitely trying to stay up. I could definitely see Leeds going back down and Burnley going straight back down. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. But I think, pre-season is just about giving young players opportunities to put themselves in the first team squad playing together and getting their fitness back and getting a bit of chemistry and sort of like patterns of play. But again, the transfer thing doesn't help because we've only got Cunha in the door. So at what point does Mbeumo come in? What point does he join the squad?
Yeah.
And then is there other players who are coming in? Is at what point do they join the squad? So it's just like and then you have that old excuse, don't you, when you start the season where you're like, oh, he's not had a pre-season. Oh, he's not had time with the squad yet. Oh, he's needs it's just the same shit all over every fucking year. So yeah,
correct.
That's the annoying bit of it. But yeah, nobody take anything from pre-season. If we play well, it means nothing. If we play shit, it means nothing. So yeah, just focus on fitness and young players, how they look if they're adapting.
I believe they've just bought someone we was once linked to for 50 million quid as well. Do you know who that is?
50 million?
Yeah, and it's a ridiculous price for the player. We got linked with him under Ole.
Don't know. I'm not sure that one.
He's got a brother who plays in the same team as him.
No, I'm not sure.
No clue? No? Sean? Matty?
Oh, is it Longstaff?
Longstaff, yeah.
Okay.
Signed Longstaff for 12 million quid, I think. Remember when we got quoted 50 million quid?
Yeah.
And we was like, Longstaff. No, absolutely not, mate. Yeah. So they've recruited a few decent players. I think they've got a new sponsorship deal with, is it Red Bull as well? I think. Whether that means anything at all, I don't know. But
don't they have a portion of Leeds? Don't they own like 20-something% or something? Yeah. Again, whether that means anything, I don't know. You associate the kind of Leipzig and Salzburg, and they recruit relatively well. So I don't know if that's going to be kind of a similar program.
It's Leeds, to be honest with you. I don't really care. Yeah. But that's how we're kicking pre-season off. On the Sunday, the 27th of July, we play West Ham at the MetLife Stadium. Isn't the MetLife where SummerSlam's going to be? Is that correct?
They've had a couple of WWE events at the MetLife.
Yeah, it's quite like a big stadium. We played Arsenal there as well, didn't we? Was it last season or season
that
before?
Was when Cobby injured himself in that game?
Potentially, yeah. But West Ham, I was having a look before. They've signed Todibo on a permanent now. Obviously, someone we was linked with when he was at Nice. They've also signed someone called El Hadj Diouf. Not the actual El Hadj Diouf, but
I was going to say, is he still playing?
No. 20 million quid. They finished above us last season, which I completely forgot about. 43 points. We had 42. And if you remember, Sam, of course you will, the game at Old Trafford, that would still stick in our memory, won't it?
One of the worst games I've ever seen.
Awful.
And I was at the game. As well.
Fucking terrible.
Fucking awful game. That.
Yeah.
They've also sold Kudus as well, arguably one of their better players.
Yeah.
He's gone to Spurs. So that's an outgoing. Have they bought? They not really they spent quite a lot, didn't they, last summer? They bought quite a few players.
A lot of people was looking at it and he was like, Somerville, Fulkrug, Wan-Bissaka. He was like, spending quite a bit.
Fulkrug's gone now, aren't he? Or is he still there?
I thought they bought him on a permanent, 12 mil.
Fulkrug. That's what I'm saying. But did he want to leave this summer or something?
I don't know. Probably after the season he's just had. It wouldn't surprise
season.
me.
So I West Ham or sorry, Arthur, if you're watching, who's a mate of mine, he's a West Ham fan. West Ham or West Ham, aren't they? Like, it's just.
Do you think Potter, though, with a pre-season?
He's a good coach. They'll definitely do better than they did last season, because last season they were just awful, like, especially under Lopetegui. Like, they were just really bad. But yeah, hopefully he gets him going. He'll probably get him to like mid-table or something, anywhere from 10th to about 8th, maybe. He'll probably get him, maybe as low as 11th or 12th, but I don't see much else from them, to be honest.
I really don't mean to offend West Ham fans here when I say this, but they really bore me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the stadium. Like, the stadium's really far away from the pitch and the atmosphere doesn't seem to be as kind of crisp. Obviously, the past few seasons have been horrendous for them. They haven't really done. They had obviously the Conference League that they won, which was good when they had Declan Rice, and that felt like they was on some kind of trajectory and it was building. And then Moyes went, and then they brought in Lopetegui, and they all seemed to fucking burn down and go to shit.
Well, they seem like they get a world class player, or they get a really top player, and then he just fucks off straight away. Yeah. Like Declan Rice comes through, and he's like, "Oh, he's really good." Like, see ya. Yeah. What was that guy, Dimitri Payet? He came through, didn't he? He went. They bought Carlos Tevez, obviously, and Mascherano. They went. They just never seem to keep hold of like their top players, which means they never sort of push to where they want to be.
Yeah.
Like I think I spoke to Arthur. Like West Ham fans want to be pushing for Champions League places. Like that's where they want to be, but they just never seem to get there. Like they just never seem to put on this run or this momentum where they be like, okay, we've established ourselves. Like Villa have done it now. Nottingham Forest have done it last year. Can they do it again? That's a big question. But yeah, there's always clubs looking to break into that sort of thing. But West Ham just never seem to have done it, did they?
Well, we move on to Thursday, the 31st of July. We play Bournemouth at 2:30 in the morning.
You'll be watching that Saturday.
I can guarantee you I am not watching United versus Bournemouth at 2:30 in the morning at the Soldier Field Stadium. I believe it's one of the oldest ones, or there was some kind of fact related to that.
Is that in
Chicago? Yeah, Chicago, I think. Yeah. But 2:30 Bournemouth, I am not watching that. Definitely. I remember watching the Wrexham one at 6 in the morning.
Oh, was that with Paddock?
At Paddock Studio. Yeah. And I remember after it, we got beat as well, didn't we? I think. Yeah. And I was just sat there like, what is my life?
The goalie just absolutely twatted the Wrexham player, didn't he? Broke his rib cage or something.
Something like that.
Proper fucked him up, didn't he? Like, didn't get sent off, which was weird.
Hopefully that doesn't happen. Well, it can't happen because we've got Onana already out. So if it happens again, we really would be fucked. But Bournemouth are a team who I can't remember the last time we beat them. Genuinely,
it's been about 4 years, hasn't it? About 4 seasons
under Ollie. But then even under Ollie, I feel like we may have got beaten a couple of times.
We play them, especially at Old Trafford, we just get battered.
Yeah.
Every fucking time, like 4-0, 3-0, like it's just always a battering, and they always look so much better than we do. Just I like Chivy said, you've probably put the curse on us because you were just calling them Butlins FC for so long, and now they're just pissed off.
Yeah.
But again, lost an important player in Kirkes. Like, he's gone.
Yeah.
Very, very important player. But Semenyo signed a new deal.
And Huijsen, don't forget, gone to Madrid.
Oh, shit, yeah. So they've lost two really good players. Obviously, Semenyo signed a new deal, which is good for them.
Yeah.
I imagine they're going to recruit, if they've not already recruited, for the Huijsen and Kirkes replacements, and they're very good at that. They're like Brighton.
Be players that we've never heard of before.
Yeah, and they'll just turn out to be stars. Yeah. But again, in pre-season, if they batter us, it doesn't really mean anything. It's just in the league. Oh, I can't stand play. Every time I see Bournemouth coming up, I'm like, fucking hell.
I think there's 3 fixtures that United fans don't look forward to in a season. Like, obviously, there's quite a few, especially recent times. But you would probably say Bournemouth, Brighton, and
Palace.
Liverpool away. Palace are another one as well, for sure, who are a bogey team. They're the ones. And it's weird because the 3 of them are all kind of in the same area, like mid kind of table teams that are like, you
never really do anything. They're just they're there. They're in the league. They're safe every year.
Yeah,
and
all down south as well. Like Brighton, Bournemouth, and Palace are all down south. Maybe it's the travel. Maybe they just like 5-hour journey to Bournemouth on the coach. Maybe they're just like can't be arsed.
I hate it. I hate playing Bournemouth. Really, really dislike playing Bournemouth.
Srinnath in the chat. Big up to Srinnath saying, hello guys, joined a bit late. What's up? Hello, dude. I hope you're okay. We as United fans are so hell-bent on the opinion only signings will fix, but we haven't had anyone improve. Let's see if pre-season gives us any surprises. I, for one, am looking forward to pre-season. I think that's a very good comment because it is something that we've mentioned in the chat before, and I've had conversations with my mates before about it as well, where he does need to improve the actual squad, because that was something when Amorim came in, he was like, oh, well, wait until he gets his signings, wait until he gets that. And it's like, all right, well, where's the actual improvement in a coach's job is to improve the players, right? Do you think any players have improved under Amorim since he's been here?
You could argue Ahmad, but maybe he just wasn't getting enough game time previously. Maybe he would have been that under Ten Hag had he been given the game time, but obviously it wasn't. I think Lenny Yoro has definitely stepped up
for sure
under Amorim.
Yeah.
I can't say Mazraoui because he was good under Ten Hag as well.
He's
so
just
I can't
kind
really
of a 7 out of 10 every single game in there.
Ugarte had a moment, didn't he? November to about February. He was really good, and then he fell off completely.
Yeah.
It's
easy, Sam. Go for it. Go for it. Don't worry.
Thank you.
It's all right.
Shout out to my girlfriend for making tea.
What a legend. What a legend. Some girlfriends can't do that for me, but
no.
Anyway.
But yeah, I'd say that was it, unless I'm missing someone obvious that you can think of.
No. I think I'd agree with that.
Bruno in the 8. Bruno's like dropping deep. He's been better because
I thought
previously he dropped deep. He hated it, didn't we? We just didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
But then under Amorim, he's seen better, I would say.
I think Xerxes' performances, not drastically, but I think Xerxes' performances have improved marginally.
It's definitely
stepping up. And you can make your arguments about the other one. I think that, like we said, this is the reason why we're discussing pre-season, because this is where you really get the flowers from what you've done on the training pitch and put the time in. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll let you eat a little bit. I'm going to talk about the 3rd of August. We play Everton at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium at 10 o'clock. Look, there's narratives with games in every single one here. Everton, Moyes always wants to get one over Manchester United because the way it ended. There's someone as well who finished 6 points above us, which is crazy to think, considering at the point when David Moyes came in. But he did come in mid-season, so sometimes you see a bit of a bounce with managers coming in. Now Moyes has got a bit of a pre-season. They've got the new stadium that they're going into as well. What should the expectation be for Everton, do you think? And actually, I'll get Alex on at some point as well to discuss that. Yeah. To be fair,
I think Everton need to stop this cycle of every year expecting things and then ended up in a relegation dogfight and having to fight the way out. They need to stop that, because it just seems that every year it seems to happen, doesn't it? Like, it's like, all right, can Everton do something? And they ended up fighting for their life at the end of the season. So they need to move on from that. They've got some decent players with them. Like Brentford signed a new deal. He's a good defender. Jordan Pickford, I think, is very good as a goalie.
Yeah. Not case, but he's
he's absolutely off his head. Ndai, I think he's a fantastic
Top
player.
Yeah.
Interesting if he stays. Like if somebody comes in for
I
him.
thought someone would have at least tested the water for him, because I do think he's genuinely quality, mate.
Yeah, but obviously there's certain players who have gone now as well, like Calvert-Lewin's left, hasn't he? But they've signed that striker from Villarreal. I can't remember his name now.
Yes, Barry, I think it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Such
Barry.
a like.
He's fucking called Barry. Jesus Christ.
Such a like. He's gonna fit right in at Everton, isn't he? Being
Just
called
imagine
Barry.
the commentators. Barry.
Yeah. Barry. Yeah. Well, they had Gareth Barry, didn't they? I think Gareth Barry had a spell at Everton. So.
Yeah. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I think Moyes is a decent coach, but again, he's not the coach to take them to a top level, is he? I would say.
No.
You remember fucking Carlo Ancelotti was managing Everton? Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What a weird timeline that was. In the Premier League.
Because when you look at the clubs that he's managed, you'd be like PSG, AC Milan, Real Madrid, and then like Everton. You're like,
you're like, what?
Okay.
What's gone on there?
Bit bizarre.
Weird.
I think didn't Ancelotti manage Bayern as well? I think he was in the German league as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So to have Everton there, it was kind of like a very weird situation. And you had Ancelotti and you had Big Dunk next to him, and like you couldn't find more kind of polarizing opposite personalities if you tried.
Did they even understand each other when they speak English?
Not.
Like,
you just had a middleman, and it was like, speak to him and translate. Everton, I'm fascinated to see how they kind of crack on during the season. We then go on to Saturday, the 9th of August, United versus Fiorentina at Old Trafford, 12:45. We're speaking about narratives with games and pre-season. David Gea returns. Do you expect him to get an incredible welcome? Do you think?
Is it Old Trafford? Yeah,
at Old Trafford, yeah.
Yeah, no, he'll definitely get nice. I think the fans will be applauding him and chanting his name and stuff. Yeah, he'll definitely get a nice reaction. I think he didn't really do anything too shittily on the way out, did he? Like, I think there was a contract dispute one day. They offered him and then they pulled it back, and
I think there was a lot of United fans who wasn't happy, and United players as well that was being reported at the time that just was not happy with that situation at all.
But he didn't do anything, so I think the fans will be really welcoming of him. And I don't know how he's done at Fiorentina. I imagine
I think he's done well.
He's got an extra contract. They only gave him a year, didn't they, originally? Because he was out for like an entire season.
Yeah.
So if they've given him an extra year, I imagine he's done decently enough to sort of earn a new contract. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see like how he looks. If he's does he make? If Onana's at that point, is it just going to be which person makes a mistake first? Is that what's going to happen in that game?
Do you think when we look back at that situation and scenario now with the whole Onana debacle and buying him and the way, because when De Gea went, it was like. After the FA Cup, it was Ten Hag was like, get him gone straight away. And then he didn't really have a game where he could say goodbye to the fans or anything like that. They kind of pulled the plug very quickly on it, and you saw the kind of outrage online. Do you think, reflecting on that now, if you could go back and change time, would you keep De Gea?
I wouldn't keep him, no, because I think there's a lot of revisionist history going on now. People going, I should have kept De Gea. It's just like, no, he was making mistakes.
Yep.
Like, he was making a few mistakes.
And we can name him like that. It was quite a lot.
Like, the West Ham one comes to mind where the ball just rolled. Like, it was shocking. Rolling across things. And it's like, and he was doing that a lot that season. There was quite a few of those.
Sevilla was trying to trap the ball, and you're like,
like there was so many, and I just think people should get he was making mistakes as well. I'm not saying Onana was the answer.
No, he's worse, to be honest. But mistakes wise,
he wasn't like he's making mistakes. So I think it was the right time to go. I just think, we probably should have scouted properly rather than relying on Ten Hag and going, who do you want, and just going into his black book and signing all these players who pretty much everybody he signed you've looked at and gone, that's not words. Like. Anthony, Højlund, Onana, like it's just a lot of it has not worked. So I just think, we need to sort of take that out of the storybooks. But there's been rumors of Emi Martinez by Argentinian journalists, whether you believe that or not.
I'm not having that, by the way. I'm not having it.
But I don't see us moving for a number one goalie, unless we sell Onana. And we're not selling Onana when he's done his hamstring, so...
Nope. Yeah. Correct. T2 saying, can't wait for our 3-0 loss to Bournemouth. Joshua Owen saying Paul Mullen got taken out by Nathan Bishop, one of our old youth keepers. Yeah, Joshua Owen always with the knowledge. Love that. Bournemouth have brought in Adrian Truffert, the replacement for Kirkes. He's a French left-back coming in from Stade Reims, I believe, and they signed Petrovic from Chelsea as a replacement for Kepa. I like Petrovic. Genuinely, when I've watched him for Chelsea, I think he's a good keeper. And why they pick Sanchez over him when Sanchez makes quite a lot of mistakes as well.
Who was the other goalie they've got? Is it Milikovic?
Who Chelsea you on about?
Yeah.
Yeah, and third goalkeeper at Chelsea.
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair? Right, I might have to Google this because let's have a look. Someone in the chat will know. Joshua Owen, maybe.
They even played him, didn't they, over Petrovic at times?
Jorgensen?
Well? Yeah, that's the one.
Jorgensen. Yeah,
they played him as well. I mean, you're just like, he's not that great either. No. He's just like,
well, by everyone else. Yeah. We'll buy loads of forwards, spend 200 million on the midfield, centre backs, bring them back, blah, blah, blah. Goalkeeper, don't worry about it. And like Maresca, like.
Baffling. Absolutely baffling to me. That.
Bizarre. Josh saying, evening guys, big up Nick and Sam, big up to you. Thank you for that. Please do leave a like on the video for us if you can, whilst you're watching. Bruno game has been more calm under Ruben, I think. Brentford know United are desperate. That's from Mark Palmer. We'll talk about Mbeumo shortly. Seems Sancho is done, lads. And Kevin McVeigh, no relation to football at all, has just put Mars ice cream. So I don't know if he's eating that or if it's a suggestion as a transfer or
he's asking our opinion on it. Like,
yeah, a bit more context, Kev. Come on, and we'll have a conversation about it. To be honest, we might have to start diving into ice cream conversations the way transfer news is going at the moment. Yeah. I've not seen anything about Sancho about going.
No, the only stuff I've put up today from Padula and what's the other guy? The guy from Turkey, Jadon. Sabon, I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, that's the only stuff I've seen.
Right, before we get into Sancho and Mbeumo, just the last one, we spoke about Fiorentina, the first game of the season, as we know, Sam. After pre-season, once we've won all of our games, we play Arsenal at Old Trafford, 4:30 kickoff on a Sunday. That game's going to be here before we know it, honestly. It's a month, basically, today when we play, and it'll go by like that. The last time we played them, though, if you look at the games in the FA Cup, you look at the games at Old Trafford, it was really close, wasn't there? And can you kind of put your finger on that, on why? I could never understand it, mate.
We seem to do, especially under Amroom, we seem to do really well against the big teams. Like, we did well against City, we did well against Arsenal, like you said, in the Cup and stuff like that. We seem to do well against those sort of teams, and it's just a really weird thing. And then we'd go to Burnley or West Ham and just get absolutely torn to pieces. So I don't get it. I really don't get it. But there was this argument, wasn't there, that the players will get up for the big games, but then they'll be lackadaisical and sort of not take serious the other games and not try. Whether you believe that or not, I don't know. Like, it seems a very convenient excuse, but it might be a factor. But yeah, it seems like when we play Arsenal, a lot of the time it's a lot closer game than a lot of us expect it to be. Normally they're at the top of the table and we're struggling and we think we're going to get battered. And we seem to put fight in. Like, you remember how many times did Ten Hag go on about that game with the Garnacho goal that should have been ruled in? I didn't let it go for about 6 months, did he?
He seemed to fixate on, there was 2 or 3 things during the season that he would always revert back to in press conferences. He would talk about trophies. That was one of them. You ask him any question, he'll go, I've won trophies. The VAR decision with Garnacho, where it was margins, and it was a bit of a dodgy decision, to be honest with you. And there was one more thing as well, which I really can't remember. It was it was either a controversial decision or something. He always brought it up, and we would sit there on the post-match shows and we'd be like, fucking hell, man, this guy just keeps repeating the same thing.
Let it go, mate. Just let it go.
Don't worry about the midfield that's fucking wide open, or the team that's so disjointed and disconnected. Just talk about trophies. Don't worry about it, and that'll cover all the shit up. Stupid.
Yeah, it's just that was a bizarre sort of thing. And then there was when Ten Hag first came, wasn't it? We had that really shit. Was it Brighton and Brentford where we just got absolutely battered?
Yeah, first couple of games,
and then we played Arsenal. And we looked.
Yeah, he went on a jog with them, didn't he? I think it was.
Yeah. And he looked decent. I was like, okay, he's had a stumble, but now he's starting to put things together. So it's just like, historically, we seem to be all right against Arsenal a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you why.
Kev has given an update on the Mars ice cream. He's saying delicious. Okay. They are quite good, aren't they, Mars? If we're being honest. Them, the Snickers ones. You don't like Snickers, do you? Actually.
No.
Oh, fucking honestly. Yeah, they're up there, I would say. Also, Twister lollies as well. I would like to chuck in there as kind of
Magnum, white Magnum.
White Magnums are very rich, but they are up there. Get them in whilst you can because it'll be back pissing it down before you know it. Bra Caesars the Dancer says United should try and sign at this moment because leaving us on a cliffhanger there. Thank you for that.
There's a lot of philosophical sort of sentences going into the chat today. It's just Mars ice cream. Blank, and now Man United should try and sign this moment because, there's a lot of into
cliffhanger.
The air.
T2 years old. To be fair to Ten Hag, I'd bang on about trophies any chance I got. Yeah, fair enough. Well, speaking about banging on, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been banging on about this Mbeumo deal. So Jamie Jackson from The Guardian reported before that late June, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Jason Wilcox thought £65 million would secure Bryan Mbeumo. Brentford hinted a medical was near. Ratcliffe and Wilcox resist change, won't be pressured, plan to wait. How long do we wait, Sam? Honestly. Are you still patient to say, even if it's up until the Arsenal game?
No, I don't think. We've already been, 6 weeks now?
Yeah.
You can't do how long till the next one? 5 weeks till the first game? Less than 5 weeks?
Well, a month today. A month tomorrow, sorry.
Yeah, so you can't be doing that. You can't be doing 10 weeks of negotiations.
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
It's De Jong territory.
It's Frankie De Jong all over again. So that I think probably we fly out on Tuesday, I think, for US. And then when's the first game? The Thursday or the Friday?
In the US, you want about?
Yeah.
So we play, let me just go back to it because I did go through West Ham at the MetLife Stadium, 12 o'clock, 27th on Sunday.
On the Sunday. So we fly out on a Tuesday and then we play West Ham on a Sunday. So anytime between now and that Sunday, just should be the time to get it done. We need to get it done before then. If we're 2-3 games into the US and then they get it done and we have to get his visa and his paperwork and all that. Oh, he's not going to join us on the tour. Remember what was that Ten Hag season where there's 2 signings and we've got 2 games left? Oh, they're not going to join the tour.
I know exactly what you're about. It might have been. I remember there was one signing. Mount went with us, didn't he? I think.
Yeah,
he was the first one we signed.
Yeah.
Was it Onana? Onana? Did he join up with us?
I can't remember.
You on about the first one where Lissandro and that came in?
There was something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But there was 2 signings where you're and they're not going to come. And it was there's 2 games left of pre-season. Why are they not come? I don't want that. I don't want the first game in Mbeumo plays for United to be against Arsenal. And then we're just bet in the house that him on Cunha do something. I just don't think that's a good option. But between now and the West Ham game, that's what I would give them and put a bid in between then and now. And if it's any sort of discrepancy or they're still holding out, no, we want 7 million flat, just walk away and just be done with it.
Yeah. I would have done a Craig David a few weeks ago, to be honest with you. I'm done with this. I'm not even excited about it now. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. Just take the pure excitement. Because when it gets announced now, yes, there will be initial thank God, but it's more out of relief than it is excitement. And that's the issue with it. So,
problem is as well, we sign him. There's still other issues with the squad that we need sorting. So we sign him. It's all right, where the fuck's the rest of it? Where's the midfielder? Where's
correct
possible goalie? Where's an actual number 9? We need more stuff than that. So it's not like we're getting Mbeumo. Okay, team's sorted. We're good to go.
Yeah. I get it's weird because it's kind of I took a war in my head. I'm thinking I get why they're doing it. It's about principle. It's about setting your stall out, and it's about not overpaying. And I completely understand that, and I get it. But there has to be a point. There has to be a cut-off point, and we just go no, just walk away. I know Mbeumo was kind of the perfect player for the system, but they clearly are just fucking about with the negotiating. So why would you continue with that? And then relationships maybe get broken down with that negotiation, and then you know
that's what I'm saying. it gets to a point like if we're gonna draw a line in sand and not overpay for players anymore, you are going to miss out on some targets because some clubs are just going to be steadfast and be like, no, we're getting it, because they're going to expect us to bend and overpay. So you're going to miss out on certain targets. Like it's going to happen. Like City walk away from deals. Like people like better clubs than us at the minute
Well, they walked away from the Verts deal, didn't they? So.
There you go. So we should be able to do the same, but we should have the recruitment thing behind us to identify, right, this is target A, this is target B, this is target C. So if target A doesn't work, we need to go after target B. If target B doesn't work, we go after target C. And I'm hoping it's just because normally with United get leaked with everybody we're linked to. So I'm hoping it's just they're keeping everything in-house so we don't know who else we're linked to. I'm hoping that's the case. But as we know in the past, it was just because we only had one target and we just went after him. And if we didn't get him, we overpaid. So I'm hoping it's not that again.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because you kind of wish that you have a portal to look into to see how the transfer would work out. So, like Verts, for example, who Liverpool were like, we're happy to pay 150, and City like absolutely fucking not. The difference between them next season could be him by winning the league. In which case, well, it was worth it, you know.
He could score 15, 20 goals, which is what takes them to the title.
Yeah,
like that could be the difference. And I just think, if he is your truly number one target, you have to do everything possible to try and get him. And if you pay maybe a couple of million more than you budgeted to at 65, you're determined that he is your number one target and he will make a significant difference, maybe you have to bite that bullet.
Then you have to live with the decision if it doesn't work out.
That's what I'm saying. That's the other end of it. Like if he doesn't work, have you got another Anthony on your hands? Have you got another Mason Mount on your hands?
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah, it's risky waters, isn't it? T2 saying they do licorice magnums here in Denmark.
Oh my God.
They taste even worse than you imagine. I bought one by mistake. I was going to say, if you bought them, tasted it, and then gone, ugh, that's disgusting, that is on your own mate.
That might be the worst flavour ice cream I've ever heard in my life. A licorice magnum.
I don't know
if the soundboard's still cooking. If this is real.
Let's have a listen. Can you hear that?
No.
I don't know if people can hear that, but yeah, that's the noise I'd give for the licorice magnum. Jesus Christ.
A licorice raspberry magnum. That is fucking horrible. What is that?
The taste of licorice in general, I think one of the worst shots of alcohol I've ever had is a licorice sambuca. If anyone puts that in front of my face, I actually feel a bit offended. I'm like, what? Get that out of my fucking face. You think I'm drinking that? It's horrible stuff.
Sambuca is the worst one. Like, it's the worst shot. If somebody offers Sambuca, it's the only drink I turn down. Like,
I agree. There's not many shots. Maybe like a cheap vodka shot, a licorice Sambuca, that kind of territory. You're like, yeah, I turn it down. Any others? Give me tequila. Give me a Jägermeister, whatever it is. But yeah, not a fan of licorice at all. Mark Palmer with a clutch shout saying crunchy blasts are amazing. Have you had a crunchy blast?
I don't think I have.
Oh my goodness me.
Let me Google it.
A crunchy blast is incredible. It gets popping candy in it and everything, I think. That's what I remember.
No,
They are banging. Absolutely
I've not tried
banging.
one of these.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Mark, 100%. Ari and Mbeumo, do you reckon there's a chance we're just waiting for Brentford to sign his replacement? The thing is with his replacement, it's Amari Hutchinson from Ipswich, and I wouldn't imagine that deal would be too difficult to do because he's in the Championship. He'd want to stay in the Premier League. I don't think Ipswich would want that much for him, and I think Brentford could afford it, so I don't think that would be the problem.
No, I don't understand why they would wait for him to sign a replacement. Like, that's not United's problem. Like,
no. Shakur saying, hi guys, do you think we'll get the Mbeumo deal over the line? What's your gut telling you right now, Sam?
My gut telling me it happens, but I couldn't tell you when.
I'd imagine your gut's probably telling you to finish that food. at a minute. Do you still think it's going to happen?
I think it'll happen, but I couldn't bet good money on that it happens before we play West Ham. I couldn't bet that. I wouldn't be confident betting it.
I don't know. I am really 50-50 with this now. I think they might walk away. Brentford seem to be playing fucking silly buggers. And I let's put it this way. I've emotionally prepared myself for them to walk away. and look at the targets. That's where I'm at in a minute.
I'm not hanging my hat on going, oh my God, I can't wait for Mbeumo to sign. Like, at this point in my head, if he doesn't sign, he doesn't sign. Like, I'm not going to get annoyed and angry with it. Like, it's just, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah. On the opposite end of the transfer scale, in terms of preparing yourself, they're quite opposite, actually. So, Inter Milan, at a minute, have reached an agreement with Ademola Lookman, and apparently they're ready to offer 40 million euros to Atalanta for the Nigerian forward. However, Jadon Sancho is an alternative for Inter Milan if they are unable to sign Ademola Lookman. This is coming from Demartio. And also coming out of Turkey, this is Yagosa, I think you pronounce it. If Jadon Sancho can't find a team in Europe's top 5 leagues, he'll turn to signing for a team in Turkey. He's demanding a 13 million salary from Turkish sides. Besiktas is not willing to pay this. Isn't that where Ollie's managing there, isn't it?
Yeah, Ollie's managing.
Yeah. That's very interesting. Well, if they've just paid like Leroy Sané fucking 400 grand a week, and they play Wilfred Zaha 300 grand a week, I don't see what the issue would be with that.
And they're willing to pay Osimhen whatever he's asking for as well.
Basically, the planet is what they're offering him. But yeah, this Sancho situation is just fucking ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. We've seen the stuff with Juventus, that the severance package we spoke about yesterday. But then they've signed, I think they've agreed a deal with Conceição from Porto, is it? Or a team I think he was on loan, wasn't it? And they've gone with him. But then I don't know. We need clarification on if they're signing both or they're just signing one, because surely that would mean the deal's off the table. But if you look at the fee that's involved, like 15 million, you're like, he's worth 15 million in my opinion. I think he's worth a punt on 15 mil.
Yeah. Like I sure I saw a report. I don't know if it was Padula or it was somebody else. It was an Italian journalist, but basically that the Conceição deal is not the Sancho deal is not dependent on the Conceição deal. Apparently, it's two separate deals, and they're going to move for both. But I don't know how valid that is, because Italian journalism is smoke and mirrors, in it. Like, you don't actually know like what's going on at times. So take of it of what you will.
Yeah, that the whole journalistic world and way transfers are done is kind of, there's so much stuff that's blown out of proportion. And there's two rules with the window for me. One is when a big journalist puts something out, there are other, and we've seen it because we've spoken to journalists where it's happened before. Yeah. They will take players from their article or from something they've thingied, and then they will treat it as like it's their own story and it's their own spin on it, and they are actually interested. And if people ever push them on it, they can say, "Oh, well, look, it's in the Athletic have reported about this guy, or this have done it." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the context was a scouting article in terms of players United should buy, not players United are actually looking into. It's a totally different context.
Yeah. So we were speaking about Nicholas Jackson yesterday, and all my mates were like, "Can't believe we're getting Jackson. I can't believe we're doing this," and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, listen, you don't understand how it works. What would have happened is someone would have contacted United and gone, "Are you looking at the striker?" United are looking about 300 strikers probably in Europe. And he's one of them who would be like, okay, if he becomes an option, if Chelsea want to get rid, maybe we should have a conversation about it. That's the extent that he goes to. Not that we're about to make an offer, or do you know what I'm saying? So just take everything with a pinch of salt. Yeah.
Right. Every club has got lists for every different position. Mm-hmm. And there's stuff of like age profile, like more experienced, less experienced, youth option, blah, blah, blah. Price points, more expensive. Like they've got all this data. And Nicola Jackson will be on a list somewhere for United. He could be 13th on the list, or he could be 3rd on the list. Yeah. But he's just on a list. It doesn't mean United are imminently preparing a bid. It doesn't mean they're now talking to the club. It doesn't mean any of that. It's literally just he's on a list somewhere. And if certain things line up or they decide, they may go for him. But it doesn't mean they will. It's all very... Yeah, it's all very minutiae, isn't it? It's all sort of in the dark.
Yeah. Does anyone know where I can buy a 1971-1972 home kit? The only place I would suggest is Classic Football Shirts. That's it.
I want to look at it. I want to look at this now.
1971. Let's have a look.
Kit.
You've piqued my interest. 19.
Oh, the George Best one. Yeah. I know that one.
Oh, the blue one, is it?
No, the red one.
1971.
With the collar and the old badge.
Oh, yeah. Classic. That's proper retro, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gonna piss with Georgie Best. Always better ones. sometimes the further you go back, the nicer they are. In the United's case, with
you get to a certain point, though. Excuse me, where they just look like repurposed PE kits, don't you?
Yeah.
They just get to a certain point. Like, there's a certain point in time where brands started taking it seriously, making kits, and they come out with like the same. But then you go just beyond that point, and it just looks like repurposed PE kits, and there's no imagination in it whatsoever. Yeah. So yeah, it's a fine line.
Yeah, agreed. And on that bombshell, we've hit the 40th minute mark. Listen, if anything goes, or any news drops in the next couple of hours, we'll go live. So please do turn on that notification bell so you don't miss it, because it'll just drop down on your phone. You tap it and give it a listen, and we'll speak about the latest news. It's been very, very dry at the minute. So some might say, luckily, you've got pre-season to kind of clutch onto and watch. I don't think there's much hope and expectation even in that at the minute. It feels very, very down, and you don't want to start the season in a bit of a down mood, really, do you? So,
no.
Yeah. Not great at the minute. Let's see if we get any updates this week. I think this is the key week for Mbeumo. And if it doesn't happen this week, I don't see it happening, personally. But, yeah. For any updates... By the way,
have you seen the utterly shitty rumour that I can't imagine if they pull that off as well, that Liverpool are in for Rodrigo?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I might kill myself. I might actually kill myself.
Yeah. Well,
Rodrigo, Isaac, Salah, Wirtz, Gravenberch. I'll fucking kill myself. I'll literally kill myself.
The shithousery of it, what I do like, I hate Liverpool, but what I do like is they've like, right, we're going to buy Isaac. And they've gone, right, if you don't want to buy Isaac, we're going to get your transfer target. Yeah. TK. You're like,
that's what United used to do that shit all the time.
Ruthless.
We were like, we want your player. And they'll be like, no, you're not doing that. All right, cool. We'll go and get the player that you want, and we'll take him. United used to do that, but yeah, those days are gone.
Those days are gone. Those days are over, as Florence and the Machine would say. Right, guys, we'll leave it at that. Any updates? Check us out on socials, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And we will see you guys tomorrow. If